morning, everyone. My name is Carrie, but my friends call me Care Bear. Louisa snored. What the heck's a snore? Sorry, I got distracted by that thing up there. This. Here. Anyway. As I was saying. What is that? I'll have to check on this. Yes. Good morning. Welcome to Minecraft Mania Monday. So I'm recording this on a Saturday. My name is Carrie, but my friends call me Carrie. Welcome to my gaming day. If you'd like to come on my kitty cup, simply hit the subscription button down below and turn on notice to let you know when I upload a new video. And if you'd like to help me to reach the YouTube algorithm, God, then who wouldn't? I'm getting an army of walruses, an army of kingfishers. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's a bird. And an army of lion's mane jellyfish. Don't ask how I'm going to do it. Just trust me. Now, if you like to do it the easy, relaxed, laid back way, simply grab your snack, sit back, and watch the video. Okay? Now, if you got anything going on in your life you're a little worried about or stressed about or just whatever, and you'd like me to keep you in my thoughts or say a little prayer for you, just drop it down below. You don't have to go into great detail, as I always say. Or if you're just something you'd like to share, maybe you just had a genius idea for something, a new recipe, and you tried it and you love it. Or maybe you tried it and you hated it. Hey, tell me about it, Maybe you're fixing up an old bike, or you're planting a garden for the first time this year, and you're trial and erroring it. Just let me know. Alright, now let's get to it. Now we are back at Strickland, where we are building the base for ATs themselves. Just because we're done with the Holity side, now we're going to be doing the AT side. Okay, so let's put a couple of these around. Although, you know what? Let's see. I think I will go up and what we'll do is, oops, I think on this side, let's see, we will use purple. We'll use purple. Okay. For the lighting. That way we'll have lighting when we we'll have some lighting down here, and it won't be so dark with me working. On the other side we use yellow. Well, on this side we're going to use purple. Just because Sonny says purple. He says it very well. Purple. He's actually quite good at English. All of them are. Alright. Now, when we last left off, I had talked about my childhood a bit. What shall we talk about today? were a kid? Put that down below. Tell me, like, is there, what country you're from? Um, you know, what is your, like, favorite dish, like, from your family? Or just, you know, a special treat that was made there, like a special candy, a special sweet, or, you know, because maybe it's a traditional dish from where you're from, and you just really love having it. Because I watch some cooking shows, and I watched this one YouTube video people. I don't know if I can say their names, so I'm just not going to do that. But they live in the mountains. Not in this country that I'm in, but in another country. And she does a lot of cooking. And it shows their, you know, their farm life and what they do. And some of those dishes I have looked at, and I'm like, oh, I would love to make those. They look so delicious. You know, and they got all kinds of orchards and huge, huge garden area. So it's absolutely beautiful. And they have loads of flowers, and they got different animals, you know, like sheep, goats, I think. They even have a bird, and it's not like a toucan or anything. I mean, it's like, I don't know what kind of bird, almost like a raven, I guess. And it plays with the pets and the cats and the dogs and stuff. They got chickens and ducks, and it's just beautiful. You know, where they live is just absolutely gorgeous. And she's always cooking out on they got an outside fireplace, and they built like a a mud oven, a clay oven, you know, outdoor clay oven, where she bakes all kinds of goodies like breads and things like that. I'm like, oh, I would love to visit there, just to meet them, because they seem so nice, and it's just such a beautiful place. You know what I'm saying? I do want to travel at some point in my life. If I ever really get the money to see different, you know, places and try different food and learn more about different cultures. You know, I find it so fascinating. I think so many people do not realize just how amazing that we have so many different people and diversity in this world. They take it as a threat to their own existence, which is ridiculous. You can enjoy learning about other people's culture and still respect your own. You know, no one's saying you can't. Just don't be a racist or a hate-filled person. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're one of those, I don't want to talk to you. That's the way I am. My mama raised me better than that. I acted stupid like that, she'd smack my behind from the grave. I'm not joking. Mama never raised me like that. Make sure I missed one. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, if there was only one culture, think how boring that would be. It'd be like having only one color, one drink in the world, one flower, one anything. Just the same old. Like only red flowers, for instance. Like if all there were only red flowers, wouldn't it be boring after a while? Wouldn't you want some color? Something new, something different? You know? And the fact that we have so many different colors. I mean, we didn't become this diverse for no reason. Diversity is, as they say, is the spice of life. It's important. You know? It's important to learn from one another and learn about one another. Some people here learn from one another. I ain't got nothing to learn from them. Like, dude, yeah you do. Just like you have things you can teach. Yeah, I think too many people think, you know, or feel threatened by the thought of that. To me, it's like if I can learn something from somebody else, that means they can learn something from me as well. That means I can share about part of who I am with them as well. You know, and by doing so, we become closer as humans. You know, instead of arguing and fighting and fussing. You know, wars and things like that. Whee! I don't know why it's doing that. But whatever. Yeah. Let's see. Some of the places I would like to visit. I would like to visit Ireland and Scotland because I do have that ancestry. I also have some other ancestry I'd like to check out. I'd like to go to Spain. I'd like to go to South America and visit some of the places down there. Maybe go to Cuba. You know, because there are a lot of different countries in Latin America, which would be nice, you know, to learn about. I'd like to go to Germany. Switzerland, you know, I definitely want to go to Switzerland. Oh, it's so beautiful, especially in the mountains. They have places that you can, like, rent during the spring and summer times, because they don't rent them during the winter time, because it can be very hard to get to in sometimes, so people won't stay in there during the winter. But I don't know, I kind of like to see it. But like one of the villages, not a huge metropolitan area, but there's lots of stuff, lots of places that I could go, which would be nice. Let's see, what else? I'd like to go to the Philippines. I'd like to go to South Korea, especially South Korea. I'd love to go to Japan and visit China as well. See what their place is like, you know, because there's a lot of hard work that these people do. And they have a lot of skills they've learned throughout the ages that they keep alive, but they take pride in it, you know. I mean, China's been around for like 5,000 years, and my country's only been around for about 300. I mean, that's not much, to be honest. We're just a baby in all of these countries. I'd like to visit India one day, you know, at least parts of India. Mongolia, I would love to visit Sri Lanka. That would be a Tibet would be a beautiful place to go visit. Um, I could visit Australia one day, but keep the spiders and that crocodiles away from me. Yeah, no thanks. You can keep the poison snakes in your your sharks too. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What else? Um, Poland would be an interesting place to visit. Um, Definitely Scotland and Ireland for sure. Um, let's see. I'd like to visit Peru, which is in Latin America. If Venezuela ever gets its stuff together, I'd like to visit there. I'd like to visit a few places in Europe. I mean, I know Scotland and Ireland are part of the European continent, but other places too. I'd like to visit France. That would be interesting. I'd like to visit where ATs went to Mowanzi. But if I get into Japan, I want to be able to go. They have these places. They have these claw machines and other arcade machines that have food in them. I want to go play them. I want to win me some food because it looks so much fun. Now, if I go to India, there's so many different types of food to try that I would like to try. And don't get me wrong, I like curry, but they have so many more dishes than you could possibly imagine. You know what I'm saying? Dishes that you wouldn't even think of because. Alright, let's make sure this is looking good. I ain't missed any spot. How's it look? What do y'all think? Does it look nice? Okay, now we can start digging down some more. It'll make it easier for me. Because we got to get it further down. I got a feeling I just messed up. On this thing here. Like, where's the hole that I came in? Oh, you know what? I'll figure it out later. I don't care. I'll figure it out later. I'll figure out a way to get stairs. But we gotta keep going down. We gotta make it bigger and bigger. I'm pretty sure it was over this way that I came down. Not this one. I don't think. I'm not sure. I can't remember which way it was that I came down. It's right there for now. Alright, let's get out. Because they have so many different flavors and stuff of food and styles of food. So, you know, I would love to try it. Because, hey, how do you not want to try the new different foods? I want authentic tacos. Don't get me wrong, I love my sour cream on my tacos, but I want authentic tacos. Yum yums. See, in Japan, I want to try different dishes that they have. I want to try like fresh ramen and just there's so many dumplings and different styles of cooking and stews. If I go to South Korea, I want to try their what was it? That stew that San had. It's beef, um, beef intestines stew. It had like not sure. But it looked good. And there was that turtle place, that turtle restaurant I think it was called, that he went to, and they had so much food. I wanna try that. I wanna go to a Korean hot pot, an actual Korean hot pot. You know, that would be so cool. You know, just being able to have that. Ooh, I wanna try. Um, let's see. I want to try mochi and the bakeries there. I've watched these videos of the South Korean bakeries and they have so many everything looks so good. I want to try the breads, these big stuffed breads, because I watch some Korean mukbangers and I do love the food that they have. So it looks tasty. You know, but I want to try, I'm trying to think of it. It's something that Song likes. Doggone it, my brain don't want to remember the name of it right now. It has rice noodles and this red sauce. Shoot. Come on, brain. Think. Hold on. I gotta look this up. It's gonna annoy me otherwise. Tteokbokki. That's it. I want to try tteokbokki. And other things as well. I'd like to like make it with like seafood, like lobster and stuff. Fancy foreign. Some quail's eggs. Lots of cheese because they like cheese. Oh, that would be so much fun. I want to try the crab. Marinated crabs that San and Wu Young like. One soy, one spicy. So they all just sound so delicious, to be honest. I'd love to learn more about their culture as well, and just visit some of the beautiful places, and like visit maybe some of the small villages. I would love to go to Namhae. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. No, I can't even get it in my head right. Where San was born. I would love to see the beautiful island he was born on. I'm sure a lot of people think, because it's not a big island or something's not a big city, to them it wouldn't be worth visiting, but to me, it has nature, it has oceans, and lots of beautiful places. I'm betting they have some beautiful places to go camping, and fishing, and hiking, and they're known for their grapes too. So I would love to go there. Just see it, because I know that if they have grapes there and stuff like that, they probably have quite a few farms as well. And I bet it's absolutely gorgeous. What I'm saying? It rained way a whole lot last night. I want to try some of Wu Young's seaweed soup. That'd be so good. Oh, there was this one time they sat there, and the reason I'm talking about them is because, well, this is for ATs. That they, him, Son, Yo Son, and Captain, they were doing recording to show off different places of South Korea that they can go. And one of the places they went was to a market where they have a place where you can also cook what you buy. And they made this like garlic ginger chicken. And I was like, oh, I want to try that so bad because it looks so good. And there's the fried chicken I've seen that I want to try and see how different it is from American fried chicken. Uh, I think Yum Yum is how it's pronounced. I'm not sure. Specific type of chicken, and because Yosan said that was his favorite, and I thought whenever he asked for chicken, I thought he was saying yum yum, like it's yummy. And I didn't realize till later it's a specific type of chicken. I was like, well, doggone it, I'm just not very bright in my head. It was so funny. Alright, let's get this done. Ooh. Let's go around the edge. Ooh. Alright, let's go here. I do think it's over here though that it's one of these that I can't remember. Oh, I'm just gonna put you there for now. But there are a lot of places right now that are not safe to go, but I would still love one day to go. You know, just to visit, just to see their culture and try their cultural foods. You know, I'd like to go to places like Egypt and Pakistan and Iran and different places like that as well, which would be cool. You know what I'm saying? There's these places I've seen, and don't get me wrong, I would love to go to Italy, and I know a lot of people will immediately think Venice. And while Venice is a beautiful place, and I would love to go there and visit, I would love to visit some of the smaller towns and villages around there. You know, because I think you get more of a feel for the people when you're further away from the big cities for how life really was and is there. You know, you learn more about the culture, I think, to a certain extent. Because when you have the big cities, they tend to cater towards the tourists and stuff. Whereas I want more authentic, you know, Italian food, you know, something that isn't catered towards the tourists. Also, I would love to go to Greece and visit there, and Rome as well. Oh, there's so many places to think of. You know, so many countries all over the world to visit. I would love to get in Antarctica one day. I saw this one thing in Antarctica where this guy went to visit Antarctica, and they have these domes that you basically stay in. And for a while, you can go visit the penguins. So that's cool, but it's expensive as heck. You know? Um, so that would be really amazing to go to, like Rome and Greece and Italy, but not necessarily, you know, the big cities of Rome per se. I mean, I would like to visit it a little, maybe go see the Colosseum, you know, but I would really love to see the smaller towns around and see more of their actual culture and stuff that, like I said, is not geared towards um, uh, people who come to visit there. Just to really learn more about them and just because I think when it's geared towards tourists, you don't really get a true feeling of who they are in their hearts and stuff. I think by going to smaller towns and little cities you can that aren't usually visited by tourists, you can truly see the lifestyle of the people who live there and learn more about their culture and just I think that makes you feel closer to them by doing so. I think too many people are afraid to try and learn about someone else's culture or to even share their own culture because people don't bother to realize how precious that is to have it shared with you or to be able to share with others and it and you, as a white person I can say I don't have a white culture because there's no such thing as white culture. We have different types of white people. We have like people who are Danish, people who are Swedish, Scottish, Irish, people who are from the UK. That's their history, their culture. In the UK it's different from say Ireland's or Scotland's or Sweden's. While they don't have what's called considered a white culture, they do have their own culture and can still share that. Like for instance, if you grew up in the South and there are Southern dishes and things that you do, you can still share that part of the culture. Just don't share the nasty part. I mean, you can teach about the bad parts of that happened in our history so that we don't repeat it. But don't keep adding to it because you think that your culture is being attacked because it's not. Because slavery is not a culture. Slavery was cruelty. Okay, racism, cruelty. Bigotry, cruelty. It doesn't belong in this world. And the sooner people learn this, the better off we'll be. But we have things like sheep's pie, we have pecan pies, we have cobblers, we have casseroles, we have down here we have shrimp bowls and seafood bowls and fish fries and we have all kinds of dishes that we can whip up, Cajun and because you got the Cajun part, you got the oh my gosh, if you ever listen to, there's a difference between Cajun people and I'm serious. And if you ever heard a Cajun talk, it is not easy to understand what they're saying. And I'm not knocking them or anything. It's just they have this accent and just their own way of talking, and it's just I love it. I do. I think it's an amazing thing. Just like really with any country, depending on what part of that country you come from. Like for instance, South Korea. There are different tones and dialects, and certain words, like a certain word may be a cuss word somewhere else, but it's not somewhere else because it means something somewhere else in that country. That's much like the United States, because if you look at the United States, you have your Midwestern kind of sounds like don't you know and different accents like your New York accents, your Brooklyn accents, You got your California accents, you got your Southern accents, which I'm Southern. But then you got your Southern city accents, or then you got your Southern country accents, and I'm more the Southern country accent because I came from the country. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, you got your West Coast accents, your East Coast accents, Northern accents, Southern accents. So really, even in a country that's just one country, you can have such diversity of people. You know, such diversity of language. Like for instance, with African Americans, we have the EEVA, which is or AAVE, I think it's African American Vernacular English, which is their own form of English. You know, and I think that's and unfortunately, a lot of people will look at them if they use AAVE and act like it's and say things like it's ghetto and stuff. It's not. It's just how they communicate with one another and continue to keep, you know, their. Okay, what was that? Why is this here? Okay, first this. Let's deal with this. Then we'll figure that one out. Okay? But yeah, it's like I never understood that kind of thinking, to be honest with you. Why anyone would think them wearing their natural hair wasn't beautiful or anything like that. Um, I think they're amazing people. They're very strong people. Um, Considering all that they have survived, you know. Um, there's just a lot of different diversity in this world, and the sooner we embrace that diversity, and instead of, you know, and I'm not talking about. Okay, okay. Um, that's fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This means the hole should be here. Anyway, don't worry about it. This is exactly where I want it. Anyway, um, yeah, you know, other than, you know, racism, bigotry, and all that stuff, which should never be a part of anybody's culture. It should just be, you know, thrown away. I'd also like to visit Vietnam. But, yeah, it should just not exist. It doesn't do anyone any good. It doesn't do the person that people that are hating any good, and it doesn't do the people who are doing the hating any good. Because that hate just eats away at you, and instead of being a happy person, you're just this unhappy person, you know? So it's better to just not be that way, to be honest. Um, you know what I'm saying? I know it's not easy, you know? A lot of people get up in arms when people call out an injustice because they feel like they're being attacked person because of either the color of skin or sexuality or their sex that they are identifying, their gender they identify as, you know what I'm saying? But that's just ignorance, you know? You shouldn't take things like that personally. You should learn to, you know, accept that there are different people in this world, and that hate won't do you any good. It'll just eat away at you and destroy you from the inside out. You know, what's the use of being hate filled? Unless you're just plain evil, what good is it? Why would you want to be that way? That's my take on it. I mean, that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I grew up watching too much bad things happening. Now let's see, if there is anything I want to try in the UK specifically to eat, I definitely want to try their fish and chips. I'm not sure what else I want to try, because they're different things. Oh, I want to definitely go visit Canada. I want to try their poutine. You know, I keep hearing it's so good and stuff. Definitely want to get some euros and other stuff in Greece. I know there was one YouTuber I watched, and he travels all over the world trying different foods, and he went to this one place where they make this ice cream. They eat some camel, but they make this ice cream, and it's in this big vat, and they use these big heavy wooden things to kind of scrape the sides and pound it and things like that. I'm like, okay, that looks really delicious. I want to try that. You know, I would love to go to Morocco. They have such beautiful architecture. That's another reason I'd like to go. Not only just for the culture of it, but see the different types of architecture there are as well. Because there's so many different beautiful types of architecture. I've seen this one place. I don't remember where it is. It might be China. Or another. It's definitely an Asian country. But it's like in the mountains area. And across from them is a huge mountain. And on that a mountain range. And on that mountain is this huge, huge statue. And I'm like, wow. Because you can drive down the road, the main road, and you can see that thing. And I'm like, that is so cool. You know, I would love to see that. Then there's those glass bridges they got there that when you step on, sometimes they'll fake crack and scare the heck out of people. I would kind of like to see that one. You know. There's Angel Falls I'd like to see, because that's supposed to be like the highest falls in the world. I'd love to go to Yellowstone. I don't want to go to Mount Rushmore. And hear me out. Now, I know it's supposed to be a part of American culture. Sorry. No. That land was stolen from the Sioux. And they, I believe the Sioux are the Dakota tribe. And they basically destroyed that mountain when they put those faces on it. Okay, I don't care. That's not patriotic to me. That was just stupid to me, because you're basically destroying nature. Put a bunch of guys' faces on it. I might be called un-American, but I don't care. Because it was originally called the Six Grandfathers. And that land should never have been taken, and it never should have been made into that. So I will not support it in any way, shape, or form. Did you know that the Statue of Liberty does not normally look green? It only looks green because it's been oxidized. Because she's actually made out of copper. That's why she has green tint, because all the sea air and stuff and water has oxidized her. So, and she doesn't normally look that way. actually, she was first sent over here by the French, mind you, of course. She was shiny and had a golden, kind of coppery color because she was made of copper. And she's actually hollow on the inside for those who don't know. And they used to let people go up into the crown because you could do that, but darn it, come on. But they don't do that anymore. They don't let you do that anymore. Give me a second. Anyway, there are a lot of, dishes and things. This was one place I saw that had a vending machine for cotton candy that actually made shapes in the cotton candy, which looked so interesting to me, I was like, I want to do that, and there was this one place I saw that says that you can buy cars. You have to sit there, and what it does is you sit there and you pick a car you want, and then you pay for it, and then you just put a number in, and then it brings it down from the this big tower. I'm like, Jiminy Cricket, that is crazy. It certainly keeps it from being, a spread out lot, because you can have a bunch of cars in one area that are in this like garage type thing. Come on. Alright. Yeah, so there's just a lot of places. I want to go to the Japan arcades, Japanese arcades, and South Korean arcades. Maybe they have food in them or stuff just to play. Where else? Let's see. There's this place here in America that has these this geyser that goes up, and the minerals in the water over time, over years, have built up this thing, this rock formation, and it's rainbow colored. So I like that. I think that's pretty neat. Yep, Trump for my speed. It's confusing it. Let's see. Let's see, where else would I like to go? There are all kinds of places. I watch this one YouTuber who does camping and she goes to different places in South Korea. And there was this one place that had a restaurant that was at the bottom of a waterfall, and you could actually sit in the water and eat. There's just so many different places. Like I want to go to Japan's like hot not hot springs. You know what I'm saying? I want to drink banana milk. I just want to try strawberry milk. I just want to try all kinds of stuff, you know, and see many different things. Try different dances and stuff. Just don't ask me to belly dance. I got a belly, but I can't dance. But yeah, I definitely want to travel and just learn more about the world. Alright. Go over here. Nope. That's not what I said. Would you stop doing that? Yeesh. Look at that. Look at that. Look how deep this is. Whee! Look at this stalactite. I'm going to put a couple in here. Wait, it's so dark. Okay, that's better. Did I hear something? Uh-huh. Okay, so I know where this is. Oh. Yeah. Alright, let's explore. Uh-huh, so I've been here before. Because the yellow ones, you can tell. Whee! Come on, that's it easy. Okay. Go back up here. And right through here. I might do another, excuse me, another one or two levels down after this. And go ahead and get that done. Because I want to, I still need to edit this and record something else. So it's been kind of hectic. You know what I'm saying? Around here, because we've had a lot going on. But yeah, those are places I like to travel. That's just to name a few places, you know. I'm not sure, because there's so many other places that I don't know. I would love to go visit Hawaii for a while, learn more about the culture, but in a respectful manner. You know, if I go to the beach, I'm not going to bring trash and leave trash. But we have that everywhere. Unfortunately, there are people who are not too bright who choose to do that, or just are careless because they choose to be. Hiccups. But yeah, I think it's important. Can you please? To respect someone else's land when you go there. I would love to visit with the indigenous people of America, you know, and get to know them better and learn more about their culture as well. They're such a beautiful people. I would love to visit Alaska. There's just different places I would love to visit, you know. So what are some places y'all would like to visit? Did I mention any place that you thought would be interesting to visit and thought about visiting there? And if so, what was your reason for wanting to visit there? Like, is it the food? Is it the music? The dress? The way they dress? What in particular do you find interesting about it? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Go ahead and get this done. But yeah, that's something I definitely think is important, is learning diversity. I think if more people were able to get out of their little towns and their cities and heck their state or their country and just meet people all over the world and actually learn about them and with an open mind and not just go in with a prejudice already set forth in their heads and actually learn about the people who live there and learn about the things they've been through and endured and had to overcome, they might become better people for it, you know, because then they would learn more about, you know, the world around them and they wouldn't feel so, I think, threatened by it because they don't understand it. So when you don't understand it or know it, you fear it. You know, like the fear of the unknown. Part of why people don't like being in the dark is not that they don't like the dark itself, it's that you don't know what might be next to you in the dark because you can't see it. So it's that fear of that unknown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would definitely like to try it. Cause have you ever seen Japan and South Korea and all them and those cute little drinks they make and ice creams with the little faces and stuff? And they got, oh, I want to try Korean pancakes because they got these soft pancakes and their cheesecakes look all fluffy and jiggly. It all looks so interesting. I saw this one dish that was um, um, it was I think a jelly cake. And when I say that, it was like made with this kind of like jello thing. It had a cake on the bottom, and then they put some stuff inside it on top of it, and then they poured this jelly. It's a raindrop cake, I think, maybe. A form of a raindrop cake. It's just basically this 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 jelly, like gelatin, and it's got different things in it. Which looks interesting. So I definitely want to go there, and I want to learn about the music and the things that they do, and like origami and things like that. Um, I just want to see, just the different things they do. That's kind of why I like ATs because they went around showing um, South Korea and its culture, and I found it so fascinating. And I was so happy and proud that they shared it with us. Alright, I'm going to do this one. Can't. Alright, let me see. Yeah, so to me, it would be, amazing to go there and do that. Okay, so, oops. Ah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I might have a problem here. I might have to move it over some. Like, might have to move it over like, shoot. Let's see. One, two. Okay, I might have to fill this back in, but I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to deal with this later, but I'm going to have to go 3 more this way to make it big enough. So I'm having to go over 3 for that to be not messed up. Because I have to make sure I don't go down into their area where the vault is. So I have to be over to the left of the vault or right of the vault. Either way, I have to go in 3 to the side. So I gotta get rid of these real quick. Then I'll save a bit and we'll finish it tomorrow. Well, I won't finish tomorrow, I'll do more tomorrow. Or whenever I do record. So yeah, like, are there certain dishes that you'd like to try? Like, I'd like to try some, like, fish stew. And just different stuff. I think you can tell a lot about a country, and the intelligence of its people and resourcefulness of its people by how much they have and how they utilize it. Like, if you have a country that has a lot of things that they can use, a lot of resources that they can use, but they don't utilize it to their fullest potential, whether it's spices or food or something like that, usually in the food area. I tend to think that they're not as resourceful or intelligent, or maybe they're just being lazy, because they do have all those resources, whereas, say, a small country or a small city or a small town may not have a lot of resources, but they utilize it in so many different ways, to the best of their abilities, So that in itself, shows some intelligence and capabilities of being able to do this stuff. So, I definitely think that we should always take that into consideration, I think. When we go someplace, don't assume that just because it's a small town or a small whatever. There's some really beautiful places that, have a lot of resourceful people. And I've always liked the country anyway, so I like going to different smaller areas. So for me, that would be amazing to be able to visit places that, because you might think, oh, well, big cities, they have more to offer, but then you have this slow pace small town or village or something, and they have these beautiful flowers and fields, and just, you can really just relax and just kind of take in the scenery without all the hustle and bustle and all the people pushing and shoving and things, and take a leisurely lunch. You know what I'm saying? And that would be, important to me to be able, just to be able to do that on occasion. Yeah, there are some unique places here. Like, there's this one place where this guy, he's called the Treehouse Master. Him and his family, Actually, I'm going to have to, yeah. Um, I'm going to have to fill that in at some point. At a market like that. So, this needs to be taken out. But yeah, there are some beautiful places in smaller towns that you would know, like these amazing libraries that have such awesome architecture and stuff. And I would just love to visit some of these little places, you know, with their little history and stuff. And just, you know, really get to know the people and the culture there. I think some of my favorite dishes from here, I think is roast. Let's see, my grandpa's collard greens and mustard greens and turnip greens, red beans and rice, butter beans and rice. They're very good if they're cooked right. I was watching this thing how they cook chitlins. I've never had them, but they definitely look interesting. And if prepared right, I might be able to eat it, you know. But there are so many things that I was watching that people would make, like chicken feet. And I was like, that sounds interesting. Just clip the nails, you know. And, well, that was thunder. I guess they didn't like the thought of chicken feet. Oh well, don't have to eat them, bub. Yep, you can only sleep during thunderstorms and when it's nighttime. Alright, I'm gonna finish this last level here, and we will come back and do some more work. Tomorrow, so yeah, that was a lot of there's definitely a lot of places I would love to go visit. And I really would like you to put down where you'd like to go visit, you know, because I would love to learn more about y'all as people, you know. Like, what kind of books do you read? Do you read books or do you read, like, magazines or, instruction manuals, you know, maybe you like woodworking and you read woodworking books or other things like that, you know. What's your favorite family recipe? You can put that down below. You don't have to share the recipe unless you want to. I mean, that's fine too. I would happily like to try some of these recipes if I can get the stuff to do it, because I may not, you know, depending on where you're from, I may not be able to get the ingredients for it. But yeah, definitely would love to travel a lot. But it does take a lot to get a visa and stuff to visit some other place. Because if I went there, I'd want to stay for at least 2 weeks or more. So that way you can really visit more places and really, you know, kind of soak up the culture and not in a rush in just a few days. You know? I've seen this one place, I can't remember where it is, they have these underwater hotel. I'm like, dude, that is so cool. Underwater hotel rooms, and I would totally love that. That would be so cool. Let's see. We can go over here, and we can, come on, go down. We'll go in here and visit with the animals. Hello, cutie pie. Hello. Oh, hello there. He wants some attention. Alright, we will save it here. And we'll come back another time. I hope you enjoyed your time with me and learned a little something about me. And, yeah. Oh, my brain. It's not wanting to work. I hope that we get to talk again soon. And I hope I get comments. So that way I can learn more about you as a person. As people. Remember to take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves. You're not perfect, you're not going to be. Just try and do better and be better. Remember, you can forgive someone, but that does not mean you have to give them access to you. Forgiveness is not an end-all be-all thing of, okay, I forgive you so you can still be in my life. No, you can still cut people out of your life. Forgive them, but they don't have to be able to sit at your table. They don't. You don't have to give them that right. Okay? So, until I see you again, my chicas, remember to love yourselves. That's very important. Do one self-love act you're going to do for yourself today. Put it down below. I am going to, I don't know what I'm going to do for me today, but I'm going to do something for me today. Excuse me, a bit tired today. But I will see you later, my chicos. Alright, bye-bye. Bye.